Good afternoon, everyone. It's March 26th, about 2:30 in the afternoon. Temperature is about 55 degrees, and I come out here to check on the bees today. And I'm looking at the bottom of the brood box, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full frames of bees out of 8, so, and probably six full frames of bees. I don't know if you can see down in there. There's a lot of bees. The reason I thought I'd check the bottom of the box today is to make sure I don't see any swarm cells on the bottoms of the frames, which I'm not seeing, so that's a good thing. It's still a little early, but I noticed a lot of trees on the way here were in bloom, so I'm gonna get this put back together and I'll be right back. Okay, well, I'm back. The girls were a little confused when I had their box tilted up, and they've calmed down. The last time I was out here, I mentioned that the entrance reducer was pulled out. Well, it's pulled out again, so I'm not sure what keeps pulling the entrance reducer out of this. I'd say it's a raccoon or a skunk or something, but I'm thinking about see if I can borrow someone's game cam and put it out here and see if I can catch them doing it. So I'm gonna put this back and put the lid on it, and we'll go down to the layens hive. Well, I stuck the entrance reducer back in there a little further. Maybe this time they won't get a hold of it and pull it out, so we'll see what happens. I hope they don't pull it out again. Good afternoon again. It's March the 26th, about 2:45 now in the afternoon, and as I mentioned earlier, the temperature is about 55 degrees. When I was up at the Langstroth hive, I forgot to mention that I did see pollen coming in. So I'm going to check here, see if I see any pollen. I'm going to watch for a while, see if I maybe see any drones, because I did see a few drone cells the last time I checked out here. So, but it's a little early for that yet, I think. But we're gonna just do a quick check and I'll be back. As you can see, there's quite a few bees coming and going. It's a windy day today. The hives are now in the sunshine, so they've warmed up a little bit, but see if there's any pollen coming in here. Yeah, there's pollen coming in. I'm gonna just watch here for a bit. There's that wind. I don't know if most of you know, but this is I'm starting my second year of beekeeping. I caught this swarm and the other swarm. It was late May, early June last year, and I put out swarm traps here recently. I built a couple more this last week I'm going to put out. So hopefully I catch some more swarms. The swarm traps I built this week were layens swarm traps. They fit the layens frames. I'm planning on using them as nukes when I make my splits, or if I catch a swarm, I'm going to leave them in there for a while. There are 7 frames, and last year this particular hive didn't fill out all their frames. So, and I had a few more than 7 in there, but they never filled out a single one all the way. So I think they'll make it through the winter next winter, even in the swarm traps, because they're 3/4 inch plywood. So something I'm going to try. I'm going to build some more layens hives like this one. Just got to get the time and materials to do it. Well, I'm going to open up the box here and just take a peek inside, and I'll bring you along here in a minute. Okay, well, I've got the lid off of it. I've got I made a new one, 2 divider boards. This one here is the new one, and this is the divider board I had last year. I put a couple of screws in this end of both divider boards. That's to hold them up off the bottom so the bees can pass under them. I had some nails in the old divider board last year, and they seem to get pushed in further, and the space has gotten small enough where the bees can't get under it very well. So I got these screws in there. My thoughts are I'm going to put the screws down on this divider board next to the brood nest, and then I've got these extra 5 frames in here. I'm going to leave 4 on this side, and this other one just kind of holds the divider board in place. That way, if the bees feel like they're getting crowded, they may go underneath the divider board and start filling these frames with honeycomb. So I don't know, it's just a thought. I'm going to see if it works, and being my first year, I'm just trying things to see if they work. So I'm going to make those changes. I'm going to take that board, this divider board out, and take a look at the inside of the hive, and we'll bring you along. Well, there's no bees on this first frame of comb. Look down in here. I can see bees on the other comb. I'm going to pull a couple of frames out of here and see where the bees start. So give me a minute and I'll be right back. This is the second frame. Just a few bees toward the top. The first frame didn't have any honey or anything in it, and this one doesn't look like it has any on this side, so we'll check the other side. Okay, that looks better. There's a bunch of bees on that. There's some honey, and there's bees on that comb. So they just used the resources on those outer sides of the combs, and they're moved in toward the center of the brood nest. Okay, here's the second side of the third comb. Looks like there's a little bit of honey and stuff on it yet. And here's the first side of the fourth comb. As you can see, there's capped brood. I'm not going to pull these frames up out of here. This wind is too strong, so see if I can get a good picture here. Girls are all checking out the sunshine. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to light my smoker to get this back together. I moved the next 2 frames and the girls start coming up out of there, so I'm going to light the smoker and smoke them back down and close this up. Okay, here's my setup. As I mentioned earlier, the brood nest is on this side of this follower board, on this side where the drill is laying. I put the screws down, which are the legs, to hold it up off the bottom, so they can get from this side over to this side where there's 4 frames over here. This follower board is got the screws up and the flat side down, so there is not a space under it for them to get into this other area of the hive, which is empty. And this frame is just to hold that from falling over. So we'll see what that does, and see if they do anything with these other 4 frames, if they fill out the first set of frames, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 frames there. So we'll see what happens. But we've seen brood today. I've seen honey, lots of bees, so they're doing well. If anyone has any comments, would appreciate you leaving them in the comment section below. If you like this video, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. And of course, as always, share it with your friends. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time out here at the bee yard.